Ethan Carr was a regular man with a regular life until the accident. A rainy night, headlights too bright, a scream, then nothing but darkness. Ethan was told he'd been in a coma for nearly 3 months. They said he was lucky to be alive, but it didn't feel like luck. It felt unfinished. When he woke up in the hospital, the first thing he noticed was the mirror. Not the cracks in it, not even his bruised face. It was the eyes. His eyes. They were different now. Colder. Like they belonged to someone else. At first, things were okay. His wife, Lila, brought him home and cared for him. She smiled, but her eyes looked scared. Maybe it was the nightmares. Maybe it was the way Ethan had started sleepwalking again. He hadn't done that since he was a kid. Back then, he'd wander out into the woods near his childhood home, drawn by some strange call in the night. Doctors had called it trauma-induced parasomnia. He grew out of it, or so they thought. But now, each morning, Ethan would wake up in places he didn't remember going to. The garage, the neighbor's backyard. One morning, he was standing barefoot in the middle of Route 9, just staring into the trees. The worst part? There were gaps in his memory. Flashes, a girl's scream, the smell of blood, a knife in his hand. But when he looked again, his hands were empty. Then the murders began, a string of them. Each victim found not far from where Ethan had woken up. Police were baffled. No evidence. No signs of forced entry. Just clean kills. Surgical. Efficient. Lila started locking the bedroom door at night. She slept with a kitchen knife under her pillow. She watched him differently now, like he might turn into something else at any moment. Ethan wanted answers. He went back to the scene of the crash, the stretch of road where it all started. But something was off. There were scorch marks on the pavement, trees warped like they'd been touched by fire. That night he dreamt of a figure, a man with no face and eyes like coals. The man whispered in his ear, "I didn't take your life that night. I took your soul. Now you're mine while you sleep." Ethan screamed awake, soaked in sweat. Lila was gone. A trail of bloody footprints led from the bed to the hallway. She was never found. Ethan turned himself in, but the police couldn't pin anything on him. No evidence. No crime scene. Just a man with haunted eyes and a broken mind. Now he sleeps in a padded cell at Ridgeview Asylum, but the killings haven't stopped. Last week a nurse went missing.